Good morning. So it is Saturday the 18th of September and I'm going to the photography show today. So it is bright and early, it is 5:10. I am bleary-eyed, tired voice, dishevelled, not really sure what's going on yet, but I am awake. I've made a hot chocolate to wake me up a little bit. But it always takes a long time to cool down, so I have a little checklist on my phone of the things I still need to do this morning. I am pretty much packed and ready to go, but obviously there are still a few things I need to sort out this morning. So the first thing on my list was charge all of my devices, which I have done, so check. Get up, I've also done that. Vlog, I'm doing that right now, so we can check that off. So then the next thing is I need to go and get dressed, basically. So, yeah, I guess I will go and get dressed and then I'll come back down and drink my hot chocolate once it's cooled down. So, I'll go do that and I'll see you in a minute. I'm dressed. Even though I'm still incredibly tired and bleary-eyed, I look so much more put together now because I have a nice outfit on. I even put a necklace on, which half the time I don't even bother with. So, I'm all dressed. I brought down some of the stuff that I need to pack still. I think the only thing left upstairs that I need to pack is my weighted blanket because I'm going to wait to be a little bit more awake before I try and bring that down the stairs so I don't kill myself. Yeah, I brought my suitcase and stuff downstairs yesterday because I thought it was far better to, just bring the weighted blanket downstairs on its own because I can just slide it down the stairs rather than pack it in the suitcase and then try and bring the incredibly heavy suitcase down the stairs. So yeah, I've still got to go get that because obviously I used it last night. But I'll do that in a little bit when I'm more awake. So I'm going to take my hot chocolate through to my living room / study / library. And I'm probably just going to chill, watch some YouTube or something and drink my hot chocolate so that I can wake up a little bit. We're here. The lighting in here is terrible. Oh well, it's not like I look amazing anyway. Anyway, I made it to the hotel. It's been a long day. A long, long day. A great day, but a long day. So as you saw from some of the B-roll, obviously I went to the photography show, we looked around all the stands, I talked to some very helpful people and some less helpful people. I will not name names, but yeah, no, I'm not going to name names. Some people were more helpful than others. So yeah, I got answers to pretty much all of my questions, which was great. I had a lot to ask about. I wanted to talk to Fuji about just new lenses and stuff for my camera. I wanted to talk to Rode about microphones. I wanted to just look at microphones in general, lighting, printers, everything. You know, I've been waiting for this for like literally 2 years because you know, I had all these questions and I was starting to get really serious just before COVID hit. And then of course the photography show is cancelled, and then it was moved to September, so yeah. Needless to say, I've been waiting a while to ask all of those questions, but they are now answered. We also had 3 talks. 2 of them did not go to plan. We had 3 talks planned, right? One at 1 o'clock, one at 2 o'clock, and one at 3 o'clock. Except the first talk we'd planned to go to was cancelled because the person who was meant to be giving the talk just pulled out last minute. So we went and found this other guy to listen to, which was great. It was a good talk, worth the while. And then the second guy went to plan. Again, good talk, worth the while. But then the third talk was, I mean, we stayed just 'cause. But it wasn't the person who was meant to be there. They must have like switched the schedule or something after I made my plan. And I don't know, I didn't think to check back every day to make sure they hadn't changed it, because silly me assumed that once someone had been booked to talk at the show, then that was it, because that's usually how it works. They've never changed the schedule before, bar emergencies, so I don't know. But you know, regardless of things not exactly going to plan, it was still a good day. I got all of my questions answered. I also have some notes that I took today. I always come away from the photography show with roughly 12 million ideas. So yeah, I have some stuff in here that I need to finish off. Honestly, I ain't doing it tonight though. I'll remember it. I got a good memory, so I don't even know why I got this out of my bag. I'm gonna put it straight back in my bag and go the hell to bed. Yeah, you know what? I was gonna try and I wanted to research microphones, because I talked to Rode microphones, because if you remember in the vlogs, my Rode microphone broke. It was one with a little lightning adapter just coming out the side, and it just stuck into my phone, which I record on. Except it snapped one day. It was always very loose in the charging port, and then one day it just snapped off. So yeah, I was obviously not going to rebuy that one because it was crap. And so we found a Rode one that is basically, it's the same functionality as the one I've got currently, which is shit. There has definitely been a decrease in audio quality, which I apologise for, but I can't help it. I just bought a crappy one off Amazon because I knew I was coming to the photography show, so I didn't want to waste money on one I wasn't going to use. So yeah, there was definitely one at Rode that I could use that is very like the one I have now, but just better quality. But there was also another brand of microphone, Deity, I believe that's how you say it, which is slightly smaller, but apparently it's really good, according to my dad. It has my dad's seal of approval, and his seal of approval is usually correct. So I wanted to do some research, but we haven't got an early start tomorrow, so we can do that I'll do that in the morning. Yeah, I literally just want to go to bed. Although I can't go to bed quite yet. I did just have a shower and a hot bath as well. Well, hot bath for my feet, because my feet are killing me. Surprise, surprise, my back is killing me as well. But that's what painkillers are for. I'm also going to do some stretching, and I've also got my yoga ball here, which I'm going to use to roll out some of the kinks in my back, which will hopefully mildly improve by tomorrow morning, who knows. And then I'm gonna go to bed. I have no idea what time it is. I think it was like 7 the last time we looked, so it's probably like 7:30 now or something, so it's getting close to my like bedtime anyway. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna stretch and then go to bed. Although we haven't got to be anywhere super early tomorrow, we are getting up early. I'm going to get up at 6. We're going down to breakfast at 7 to hopefully beat the rush, and then we'll have like an hour or so just to chill in the room or whatever before we head out to the photography show again. We have a masterclass tomorrow morning, which is, it's like a whole morning thing. I think there's 3 or 4 speakers, not talkers, and they all talk about similar things. There are different masterclasses and stuff. Those are paid for, extra. Pretty much everything else is included in the tickets. There are loads of free talks. It's just the masterclasses and the super stage that you have to pay a little bit extra for. So we usually do the super stage, but there just wasn't anyone I was interested in this year. The talk, the selection of speakers they have this year is very limited. Surprise, surprise. But I'm just happy the show went on, so whatever. But I really am exhausted, so I'm going to shut up. I'm going to do some stretching, and I will see you in the morning. Morning. It is like, what time is it? Let me check. 12 minutes past 6 in the morning. I slept very well, which was good. I was absolutely exhausted. Usually, although I get into bed at like 8, I'm not asleep until like 10 or 11, but as soon as I was in bed, it was lights out. I was absolutely exhausted. And I slept all the way through till my alarm went off 12 minutes ago, so that's great. So we're going down for breakfast at 7, so I obviously need to get dressed. I have my outfit here for the day, which I did show you in my packing video, but I'll show you an outfit of the day as soon as I'm dressed. I'm just trying to decide what shoes I want to wear today. I don't know if I want to wear my sandals like I did yesterday or my Docs. Because the thing is, sandals are way more casual. And obviously Docs are far more, rigid, and they keep my feet in place. But it doesn't really matter what shoes I wear in terms of, like, my feet are always going to be in pain. So I should probably just go for the ones that are going to help my feet stay in the place they're meant to be in instead of wobble everywhere. So I think I'll probably wear my Docs. Yeah, I'll wear my Docs. Anyway, let me get dressed and wake up a bit, and I'll talk to you in a minute. Much better. So it's 6:30 now. I have like 25 minutes. I need to be putting my shoes on. So my dad, before we go down to breakfast, my dad's going to come and collect me. He's in the room opposite and slightly to the left of me. I'm room 206 and he's room 205. It's nice that we've got rooms next to each other, because there was of course no guarantee of that. We just booked 2 rooms, so we could have been opposite ends of the hotel. But it's very useful that we're next to each other. So yeah, he should be coming to pick me up at 7, and then we'll get into breakfast. We'll then have like 45 minutes to an hour to kill, depending on how long breakfast takes. We're heading over to the photography show. Well, we're going to leave here about 10 to 9 a.m. Because we've got a masterclass going on at 10 a.m. My dad says it's 9:55, but I think it's 10. I think they just put 9:55 on the ticket so that people wouldn't show up late. But and I have it in my schedule as 10, so I probably looked on the website and saw that it was 10, so I think it is 10, and they just put 9:55 on the ticket so people would arrive early. Also, who starts a talk at 9:55? What kind of weird time is that? So yeah, in the 20 minutes I've got, I am going to just kind of finish off some of my notes from yesterday, because I did make some notes on the talk. Yeah, I got a couple of pages of notes and I wanted to finish them off basically. I also need to do a little bit of research on a few things. I just did some research on microphones because I think I mentioned this last night. I don't know. I was very, very tired last night. I got a crappy microphone because my Rode microphone broke. So yeah, I went to see Rode yesterday on the stand, and they weren't particularly helpful, if I'm being honest. I was trying to talk to him about stuff and he was just like, well, it happens. If you want to buy another one, then buy another one. He wasn't very helpful basically, but to be honest, I kind of expected that. A lot of people at photography show never talk to me properly because, well, usually just because I'm a girl. Let's just put it that way. And also this year I have my walking stick with me, so I look visibly disabled as well. So yeah, they just don't take me seriously. I actually spent I spent hours trying to decide what I was going to wear over this weekend, because obviously it's still quite warm and it gets really warm in the show because there's just so many people in one space, and so I wanted to wear dresses because it would keep me cooler, and I can't stand being too hot. It causes a meltdown immediately. and you know, my body can't regulate its own temperature very well, so it happens very, very often. So yeah, I wanted to wear dresses, but at the same time, I knew that if I wore dresses, I would just be increasing the likelihood that they wouldn't take me seriously. But then, on the other hand, I've worn jeans and a t-shirt and looked as boyish and casual as I possibly can in years past, and they still never took me seriously. So, you know, I'm kind of like, well, doesn't matter what I wear. Are they going to take me seriously anyway? No. So I just wore dresses and I'll deal with it. The guy at Fuji was very, very helpful though. We had a whole conversation about astronomy photography because I'm going up north in a couple of months in November with my dad again. And we're going to the Lake District. It's just meant to be a holiday away, but because we're going to Cumbria, that area is one of the best places in the UK to take sort of, you know, star photos and astronomy photos and stuff. So we're going to be doing that. Yeah, I do want to go back to Fuji today because I want to look and actually play with the smaller cameras, because obviously I have this second iPhone that I'm filming on right now, which I bought for filming vlogs so that I wasn't filming on my big camera and I could up the quality. Ironically, downgrading to a phone up the quality, but I mean, I can film properly on my X Pro too, but it requires me to completely change the settings every time, and then every time I want to take photos I have to change back, and I couldn't bother to do that basically. So I bought a phone instead. But yeah, I wanted to like sit and play with the cameras. I wanted to, of course, do that last year at the photography show, but it never happened, so I got the phone in the meantime, and of course I'll use the phone for other things. Even if I end up getting a camera, I'll still use the phone as a phone eventually, because this phone, my real phone, is on its last legs. Yeah, the battery health is kind of failing a little bit, but also it's an iPhone, and do iPhones ever have good battery life? No. So, you know. But yeah, I got like 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna finish off some of my notes. We'll go down to breakfast, and then I'll pack up and get ready to go, and I'll see you at the show. So, it is Monday, day 3 of the photography show, and yeah, I'm absolutely exhausted, which I knew would be the case. It's an awful lot to deal with being at the show, both being autistic and physically disabled as well. Yeah, it's been a lot to deal with. My feet are killing me, my head is pounding, but we're carrying on regardless. These kind of events are always incredibly stressful for me, and although they're incredibly fun, they are, well, incredibly stressful, and they do take their toll. So, you know, and this year I was kind of prepared for it to be harder this year, because I haven't been to the photography show in several years because, you know, COVID. So the last time I went to the photography show, I was still in school, I think. Or was it the first year of college? No, I was still in school. Yeah, literally the last time I went to the photography show, I was still in school. So I wasn't in a very good place mentally. I don't think I was even vlogging the last time I went to the photography show. No, because I started just before I got my GCSE results, which would have been the summer, which was afterwards. So, yeah, wow, that was a long time ago. And yeah, I just kind of, back then I just kind of blocked everything out. You know, I didn't kind of feel anything. I just powered straight through it, no thoughts at all, just go, go, go. Because if I allowed myself to think, I would panic because there were so many people and everything. And thankfully this year it has actually been a lot quieter. The show in general is actually smaller this year. It's not in the same hall as it was previously. It's in 2 halls, but they're like smaller halls, which also means it's kind of there's like 1 hall here and 1 like here. So it's kind of like an L shape, which honestly does make it a little bit more harder. It makes it harder to navigate just because you can't see everything at once because something's around the corner. But so yeah, it is smaller this year, which is kind of a shame because there's not as much stuff going on. But at the same time, it is good because it's kind of easing me back in gently. I have not been to this kind of event in a long time, both because of COVID and just in general. I have not done this for a long time. And one of the things I've found that kind of, during my recovery, in terms of mental health, physical health, just the trauma of school, basically, while I've been recovering from that, although I am much happier for it, I am happy these days. It means that I can actually deal with less. I cannot cope as well as I used to because I wasn't coping, basically. I was just powering through it. I was not listening to what I needed at all. I was just, we've got to do this, so tough shit, move through it. So yeah, I am much happier these days, but it does mean I can kind of do less because I just can't cope with, I could never cope with it, but I recognise that I can't cope with it these days, and therefore don't push myself to the point of a mental breakdown. But anyway, yesterday we did a masterclass in the morning. It was the Turning Pro masterclass. Really interesting. The masterclasses are always good. Honestly, all the talks are good at the photography show. I have so many ideas. I literally have my iPad here. I'm gonna sit here and draw for an hour. I don't even know what time it is. I can't even read the time on my laptop. I really need my eyes checked, but now that I'm an adult, I have to pay for my own glasses. Because previously I could get them a massive discount because my dad has a cash plan basically at work, and so did my mum as well when she was at work, and so I didn't have to pay for them basically. But now that I'm an adult, I no longer qualify for that, which means I actually have to buy my own glasses. So I'm like, you know what, I don't need them checked that badly, but I do. But so yeah, I think it's about 9:30ish. So yeah, we are having a slower start this morning. Technically our photography show tickets are entries between 9 and 9:30 because they were trying to stagger the start times. Usually the show doesn't start until 10, but they were basically trying to stagger start times this morning, or this year. Except, we asked the people at the front, do we actually have to turn up at 9 to 9:30 every day because we wanted to have a slower start on Monday. And they were just like, they didn't even realise that the staggered start times were a thing. They were just like, no, you can come in whenever. So clearly it's not that much of a staggered start time. And honestly, there aren't that many people there anyway this year. So yeah, we had to be at the hotel by 12, which is pretty good. Usually it's like 10 or 10:30 or something. So we're going to be leaving here at about 11:15. Pack up the car and everything, make our way over there. And we'll probably be in the show by about 12. We have a talk which is at 3 o'clock, I think. I actually had 2 down, but they clash with each other, but I put them both on the list because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to do. There's one on, I think it's either the Canon stage or the behind the lens stage. I don't know, there's so many stages this year. They, because there's always the super stage and the master classes, and then they have behind the lens and a few others, but then they've added 5 to 10 extra stages this year, which is great, but it's so confusing because my dad's like, oh, what stage are we on? And I was like, I ain't got a fucking clue. I have no idea. I don't even know where we're going because they've obviously changed halls, and so the layout is different. But yeah, I'm leaning towards, one of them is one about kind of mental health and self-portraiture, and the other one is more about creativity in the dark room, so film photography, analog photography. And I put them both down because I'm interested in both of them, but they do clash, so I have to choose one. And I'm thinking of going for the analog spotlight one, so the darkroom one, just because, you know, in years past I've watched loads of different talks on, you know, kind of, you know, self-portraiture and how, you know, photography has helped the speaker's mental health and stuff. I've watched loads of those talks, but the analog spotlight specifically is new this year. And also one of the things I didn't get to do at college because of COVID was the dark room. They had a dark room there. It was actually just like a cleaning supply closet that they turned into a dark room, but we didn't get to use it because they said we were going to get to do it in year 2, but obviously I never actually went in for year 2. Well, I think I did once, and I immediately left because it was too much. I never got to do the dark room, and so yeah, I'm really interested in kind of film photography. I have some of my Uncle Ken's old cameras and things, and they're all film and everything. I mean, I think one of them's digital, but it's still an old digital camera, so yeah, I got a whole load of, you know, film cameras and everything, and I'm really interested in analog photography in the darkroom and stuff, but it's just something I've never been able to explore because, you know, I don't have a dark room at home. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to do that one. I think it's at about 3 o'clock to 3. It's in the afternoon. We were also looking at microphones because this microphone I've got is shit. But yeah, basically I was leaning towards the Deity microphone that I found, but they don't sell them at the show. The guy on the stand said that they thought they did, but they don't. And then basically the guy, you know, that was selling the stuff, he basically just tried to sell me up a price point, and because the Deity microphone is on par with the Rode, which I had before, the one that broke, hence why I'm not that keen to go with Rode again. And both of those microphones are at about 40 to 50 quid, whereas he then tried to sell me one that was closer to 100 quid, and I was like, I don't think so. And I mean, it is a good microphone, but I don't need one that is that good, you know? It's too much, you know? So yeah, I'm going to look online and see if I can get the Deity microphone from somewhere online instead. If not, I'll just go back to the Rode and I'll get a different one, so it's not one that just plugs straight into the phone. I also want to have a look at the books again and just, yeah, I got some stuff to do. I have bought a few things while I was here. I think I will show you them when I get home, which will probably be tomorrow. I mean, well, we're going home today. I'll be home, you know, for this evening, but I will just be going straight to bed. So I will show you all of the things I got tomorrow. Or actually, should I just show you them now? Yeah, I'll just show you them now. So if you've been watching the vlogs for a while, you will probably recognise this book, and it is Wonderful Things by Tim Walker. I got this book out of my college library, like at the beginning of 2021 or something. It was still when I was, you know, actually in college, because I've finished college now. I got it out of the library and I loved it, but then obviously I had to give it back because it was a library book. So I bought my own copy. I've been looking at buying this for a while, but I think it's £30 normally, but you get massive discounts at the photography show, so it only cost me £22, which is pretty good. So yeah, I have Tim Walker's photography book. He has loads of others as well, and I just love his work, so yeah, I'm very happy to now own this. The other thing I was looking at was paper, photography paper. I also had a look at printers and stuff as well, because I've been thinking about starting my own print business for a long time. I was going to set up like a shop on my website and everything, which is photography.samanthadrage.co.uk. If you didn't know, I'll leave the link in the description. Sometimes I post blog posts, although honestly I haven't been doing that lately, but you can see my portfolio and everything on there if you want. And I've been thinking of selling prints. It's not something that I think I would do like it right now. It's complicated, right? Because I have a printer at home, but it's not kind of photo quality, so I would need to buy a new printer. And we looked at that, and it's actually a fairly reasonable price for what it is, you know, a business investment. But I don't have space for another printer, and also, you know, when I go to university next year, they obviously have massive photo printers and everything. But it's kind of just a question of, would they let me print photos for a business that I was selling with my own paper in their printer and not get mad about it? I mean, I guess I could just do it without them knowing, but I don't know. So, but either way, I was looking at photo paper because I've been using a certain kind of photo paper for years. I don't know what it is. Just a fairly affordable brand from Staples, I think it was. I think Staples shut down in my town, actually. It might be shut down permanently, actually, and everywhere. But back when Staples was still a thing, I got it from Staples. But while I was at the photography show, you can buy like samples of paper and stuff. So I bought some samples of this brand of paper, which is German. So you'll have to bear with me. I think you pronounce it Hannamule, but can you see that at the top? Hannamule or something? Yeah. Pronunciation is not my strong suit, especially when it's not English, or even when it's English, to be honest. English is a stupid language. But yeah, basically I got just the whole sample pack. I got samples of every kind of paper they have. So I've got normal printing paper in 3 different types. So I've got textured, smooth and glossy. And then I have their new Eco range, which is pretty good. They had like, you know, actual printed out pictures of all of the pictures on different papers, so you could feel them, and I really like the feel of the, you know, Eco range, and obviously it's eco as well, which is great. And I think they're made out of like hemp and bamboo and stuff, which is obviously much better than trees. And then I got the specific photo paper as well. So yeah, all of those together cost me £35, which was a savings because, you know, you could buy them all separately, but you obviously then had to, you know, pay for them separately. So yeah, I just got a sample of each of them, and I'll play with them, try them out. And yeah, see if I like them, basically. So yeah, those are the things I've bought. I obviously was hoping to buy a microphone as well, but they don't sell it, so I'll have to get that online. And I may go back and have a look at the books again, because it was really busy when I looked on Saturday and I just could not get near the bookshelves properly. So I'm hoping it'll be a little bit more chill today because it's Monday, so, you know, people will be back at work and school and stuff, so hopefully it should be a bit more chill. But yeah, anyway, I've been talking for like 20 minutes, so I'm going to shut up. I am going to do some drawing. I really want to sketch some ideas down and everything. I also really wanted to make some mood boards, but the Wi-Fi here is shit. And I've tried, you know, connecting my laptop to my personal hotspot on my phone, but it just won't stand up properly. And also, obviously, having a personal hotspot, it sucks your data, which obviously you have to pay for, so I'm not that keen on it. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait on the mood boards until I get home, but that's fine. I can still draw. You don't need Wi-Fi to use Procreate, so that's fine. I also need to pack up. I've already packed my suitcase and everything, but I just need to, it's mainly just the charging cables that I've still got out. I just need to put everything away because of course we are leaving today. Need to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. So yeah, I'm gonna get to drawing and I will see you at the show. And I'm home. I am absolutely knackered. It is 7:15 in the evening. I got home about an hour ago, not even an hour ago. My room is an absolute disaster area because I had to unpack my suitcase to get to my weighted blanket, so yeah, there's shit everywhere. But I will sort that out in the morning. I am going straight to bed right now. I am so tired. So yeah, it is the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed watching my weekend at the photography show. I enjoyed it a lot. I love the photography show so much. I always come away with, roughly 12 million ideas, and that is in fact an exact number. Definitely exactly 12 million. Yeah, basically, it's just so inspirational, and you get to be surrounded by, so many other like-minded people, and it's just so inspiring, and it kind of reminds me why I love photography so much. So yeah, I really love it, and of course, it's just so useful to get to actually go and, talk to the people at the companies, and actually play with all of the cameras and things, and all the fancy toys as well. It really gives you an idea of whether you want something or not, and whether it's actually going to be useful, or if you just want it because it's cool, yeah, so it's a great show, and honestly, if you are into photography at all, then I would really recommend it. And also video, it used to be much more, very much focused on photography rather than video, but in the last couple of years, well, I guess like 4 years really, because like nothing happened in the last 2 years, but you know what I mean. It's moved towards video a lot as well, so if you're interested in video, like vlogging or anything as well, it's also really great. And even if you don't have a camera, there's a whole load of stuff, especially this year, about like smartphone photography and vlogging on your your phone and everything. So yeah, even if you don't have cameras and stuff, I would still really recommend going, because it's just such a great show. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this vlog. I really enjoyed the weekend, and definitely going back next year, or possibly the year after, because I don't know what they're doing about moving the date, because it usually goes on in March, but it went on in September this year because of COVID. So are they going to do one in 6 months in March, or are they going to leave it a year and a half? Who knows? But yeah, I will definitely be going back. But anyway, I am shattered and need to go to bed immediately, so that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more. You know the drill. There's going to be a whole load of videos, a whole load of behind the scenes photo shoots and stuff, because like I said, I have 12 million ideas that I need to do, so yeah, there's going to be a lot more content, so subscribe if you don't want to miss that, and I'll see you in the next video.